Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is the price variance, and we're going to talk about more shows and movies and stuff that's coming up in 2022, and movies that we kind of maybe want to collect some books from, maybe that we want to speculate on, books that might be hot based on these shows and movies coming out. So you want to, get in touch with what books to get before they come out. Well, here's the channel for you. Okay, this is the video you want to watch. So I'm joined with my good friend Mark, and
hi everybody.
Yeah, so Mark, you're going to show first. What movie or show are you going to be talking about?
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about The Boys. So
oh, wow.
yeah, so we have got season 3 of The Boys will be airing later this year. I don't know about you, but I really enjoyed seasons 1 and 2. I think a lot of it was the casting. I think the casting was really great for The Boys. So I've got some, I actually also managed to pick up The Boys in a really good deal recently. So my first one is absolutely obvious. You say go for the obvious, so I've gone for the obvious, and it is Boys Number One from Wildstorm Comics. So it was actually originally produced by Wildstorm before moving to Dynamite in issues 6 or 7, I think. So this is pretty key comic. It's not just the first one. It has a number of first appearances, as you would expect. It's got the first appearance of Wee Huey. So he's the character. Originally, he was drawn as if Simon Pegg was going to play him, which he didn't. It's also the first appearance of Billy Butcher. And it's also the first appearance of A-Train, because Wee Huey's girlfriend lasts about 2 pages.
Yeah.
and she becomes collateral damage, which sets Wee Huey off on his campaign to battle against the superheroes. So yeah, great fun series, both in the comics and on the TV screen, and I think they did a really good job of putting this on the screen for the first 2 series. Really looking forward to series 3.
Yeah, that first episode just set the tone for the whole thing. It was just like it was just like she was splat. Yeah. It's so crazy. But yeah, really, really great. I only watched the first season. I really enjoyed it, though. I haven't had a chance to watch season 2 yet, so I'm a little bit behind on The Boys. But I'm going to do another series that actually already came out as well. It just came out recently, and that is Peacemaker.
Oh, great.
So I haven't watched the first episode yet, so no spoilers because I don't know anything. But again, start with the obvious. And the obvious book for Peacemaker is this one, The Fighting Five. Now, I picked this up really far before Peacemaker, the show, was even talked about. I picked it up because of Suicide Squad, actually. Suicide Squad 2. I knew that I heard a rumor. At the time, it was only a rumor that Peacemaker was going to be in it, and I didn't know much about Peacemaker at the time. So I was like, oh, I got to find his first appearance. I got this so cheap. Like, this book is a pretty pricey book now.
It is, yeah.
And I got it for a reasonable grade. It's like a 6.0, but it's a really rare book, really hard to find, strangely enough. So this is Fighting Five, number 40 from 1966. And it's just a really interesting book, early Peacemaker.
Well, he's the back. I think he's the backup story, isn't he?
Yeah, the backup story. So yeah, does it even say that? No, doesn't say that. but it he is the backup story, and it is the first appearance of Peacemaker. And he's a really great character, in my opinion. I really like Peacemaker, and I like what's his name?
John Cena.
Aceta. Yeah. He's so great. he really captures that.
When he captures the dumb, doesn't he?
The dumb slash like total jerk.
Yeah.
which is kind of the summary of Peacemaker. So yeah, so I enjoy it though. So you're
Peacemaker's it's unfortunately it's showing on HBO, isn't it? And I think I've got Netflix and I've got video, Amazon Prime, and it's not on either of those. So I'm going to have to wait.
I have Disney Plus as well. So
yeah, and I've got Disney Plus. No, it's not on any of those. I have watched a couple of reviews, and it is going down quite well.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, he's got an eagle. He's got a pet eagle in the TV series called Eagly.
Awesome.
So I'm looking forward to seeing it. It is getting quite good reviews on the YouTube channels. Yeah. Okay, so my number two. I'm afraid my choices here are going to be all very obvious. So it's boys number two.
Oh wow.
So this is where we get some of the other characters appearing. We get Mother's Milk, who is one of the team that fights the superheroes. We get the Frenchman, and it's the first appearance of the female, who's also a member of the team that fights superheroes. So effectively, we've got the full team of anti-superheroes assembled in this comic.
Yeah, I think Boys is kind of interesting because it's one of those shows that kind of makes you think, what would it be like if you were going up against a superhero? Like, we think of ourselves against like Superman or one of those kind of like really ultimately almost godlike characters. And as a little human, how could we ever go up against them? But the Boys, they managed to find ways to defeat a lot of these superheroes, which is really interesting. So I think it's kind of, but okay. So I'm going to actually show a really interesting comic that is really under the radar. Like, this is a book you got to run out and buy it because it's just such a great, it is like the biggest spec that I can't believe nobody has spec'd on. And it's this one, Infinite Crisis number 6. Right. Now you're probably wondering, what is so big about this? Well, all the characters for Peacemaker kind of didn't start in DC. They started in Charlton, right?
Yep.
And so that's where they made their first appearances. So we got Adam, Captain Adam, and then what's his name? The Question, Judo Master.
Judo Master's in the TV series.
I know. You'll see some more books, right?
Oh, okay.
Okay. There's a bunch of characters that appeared throughout, Charlton. They were all introduced in here.
Oh, okay.
So this is the first time that all those Charlton characters appear in DC.
Oh, wow. What number is that? Infinite Crisis?
Number 6.
Number
6.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's the first appearance of Peacemaker in DC. First appearance of Nightshade in DC. First appearance of The Question in DC. It's like all these first appearances. Captain Adam, just Judo Master, all of them made their first appearance in here. And it's also, if you're a fan of Stargirl, Stargirl?
Yeah, I know Stargirl. Yeah, I do.
One of the main characters is like she plays a Golden Age character. I love Stargirl. I actually been binging on it last few days.
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
I really enjoy it. So in the first season, we get the superhero team, the new JSA.
Yeah.
And one of the characters is Yolanda Montez, and she's like a character who was kind of the school popular girl, and then becomes like outcasted and called a slut basically, and like her whole life gets destroyed, and she becomes a character known as Wildcat. Well, this is where she makes her first appearance as Wildcat.
Wow. Okay.
So it's a double key or multiple key. This is like a 10 key book. Okay, this has like so many first things going on. So it's the first appearance of Wildcat as like the Yolanda version of Wildcat as well. So whole bunch of stuff going on in this book. A great, really great under the radar spec. Costs maybe $5-10.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking for that. Be looking
really
for that
great
this
book.
evening.
Yeah, it's a really great book. So that's Crisis of Infinite Earths number 6, and it's the 1985 version. So I thought that was a great book. I just,
right. I'm afraid
Peacemaker too.
Yeah, no, it's great. No, I'll definitely be going out to look for that one. Right. Okay, this is mine. Very, very predictable here. So my third recommendation is The Boys number 3. So here we have the first appearance of Homelander. Now, Homelander, tremendous. So I was a big fan of Marvel Man, Miracle Man. And in the Alan Moore arc, it's one of the first arcs in which you get a bad superhero. Young Marvelman, Billy Batson, goes really bad. But here we get another superhero. He's really bad.
Yeah, he's really
Homelander. He's really bad. Oh, well, you haven't watched season 2 yet. He's really bad in that. And the trailer. The trailer for season 3 has the actor who's playing Homelander has absolutely got it down to a T. He is brilliant. We also get the first appearance of Queen Maeve, the first appearance of the Deep, who is a sort of rip-off of Aquaman. Where in the comic he can't get his helmet off. He's sea diving, but in the TV series they play it a bit differently. And it's also the first appearance of Starlight, who is the sort of one who sort of crosses between the two teams, which is a bit like Stargirl, to be honest. And also the character who is vaguely Batman based called Black Noir. It's also his first appearance. So a whole bunch of first appearances here in The Boys number 3.
That's a great book. Yeah, I picked up all the Boys ones too, actually. I really like The Boys. That's a great series. Okay, so you kind of, this is not going to be a surprise anymore because you mentioned it.
There he is.
Judo Master. So this is what is it? What's the number? One sec. It's kind of got a weird name. It's not like, it says Judo Master, but that's not the name of it. So it's Special War Series number 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's like one of those ones where it looks like one thing and then it's another thing. So it's Special War Series number 4. I always forget the name of the book because it doesn't say on it. It doesn't show, which is kind of annoying. It does say it really small right there.
Oh, okay.
It's like, so it's kind of weird. But it is the first appearance of the Judo Master. Now, like this book is one that I actually wanted for like 20-30 years. I actually was searching for this book for a while before I got it, because I'm into judo. I love judo. I'm a 3rd degree black belt in judo, believe it or not. So I always wanted to get this character's first appearance. And I didn't even know, because back then it was impossible to find out where was that first appearance. And then I found out much later that it was in this book. So I was super excited to get this book in my collection. And then I found out later, after getting the book, then there was like, it was weird because there was an announcement after that this character was going to be in the Peacemaker series. So I was like, oh, wow, that was good timing. So the book actually became hot after I had picked it up. So I was quite happy. So this book will cost you probably $100 to $200 range.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty pricey book, but definitely one that is worth getting. So Judo Master's first appearance, and that's Special War Series number 4.
Great pick. Right, so you may think that as my 4th one, I'm going to do The Boys number 4.
That would be too obvious.
But I decided not to. I'm just going to show this one, which is it's Herogasm number 1. So this is a fantastic, a bit of a naughty cover, but it's a bit of a naughty series, and great tongue-in-cheek humor. I just love the humor in these comics. Of course, it's Garth Ennis. He's a great writer, and teaming up with a really good artist whose style really fits this style. A guy called Derek Robertson. So
Cool.
there we go. And this is quite an expensive comic as well. Those first three boys are
really
expensive.
spiked, actually. Yeah.
This one's really expensive as well. So yeah.
I thought it was expensive because they were talking about making a spin-off series or something.
Oh, were they? Okay. I didn't hear
I think
about
so. I think I heard some weird rumor about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a cool book. I actually was searching for that book, and I was like, do I really want to pay? And then it kept on going up. I was like, it's like I kind of missed out on that one. So you see it at $40 and you think, it should be like $5-10.
It should be a $5 to $10, yeah.
And then it goes up to 100, and then it's like, oh crap. I totally missed out on that book. So yeah, that's a good book. Okay, so my next one is kind of an obvious one. Is this one, annual Teen Titans annual number 2, and this is the first appearance of Vigilante.
Yeah,
and Vigilante is kind of like the partner for Peacemaker in the TV series. They even show him in, I saw the trailer. So he's in the trailer. Definitely a character that a lot of fans have been kind of looking into this character for a while. This is like one of the things that I do when I collect comics is I look for comics that are fan favorites. So it's not that I expect them to be in a TV series or anything like that. Like I'll just go for ones that people like. So for example, Dr. Aphra.
Yeah.
That has been a character that has been really, really popular with the fans. And I think what happens is when a character is popular with the fans, the TV series or movie will generally pull in that character because the fans demand it, basically. So that's what I thought with Vigilante. So I bought this book a long time ago, like 3 years ago, not because of Peacemaker, but because I heard people kept on going on, Vigilante is such a great character. I was like, what is Vigilante? So I was like, yeah, I'll pick it up. So I picked up this. It's 9.6. It's not a bad copy. I'm not sure how much this goes for now. I didn't pay much for it at the time. I paid like $50 or something like that. But I think it's like in that $100 to $200 range now.
Yeah, I picked a copy of Vigilante 1 up for virtually nothing, 2 or 3 months ago.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a character that is liked, so I do believe it's got that potential to go up and even more. So
okay, a final The Boys comic, and this is a recent series. I think it was from 2018, and this is a cheap one. So if you want to pick these up, you can get these ones. This is Dear Becky.
Oh yeah,
a really nice cover.
I really like that cover.
It's a 6-issue mini series from 2018. It's about wee Huey after the events of The Boys returning to Scotland, and things don't go well.
That's pretty much sums up the whole show. But I love that Dear Becky cover. It's like her reflection in the blood. I think it's really awesome. I've been looking at that book for a long time too. So okay, so I'm gonna do a not so obvious one for Peacemaker, and this one is a hot book even before Peacemaker. So it's like a book that I always thought was cool. I have a very low grade version of it because it's a very pricey book. It's this one, Detective Comics 267. Now this is the first appearance of Batmite. Now James Gunn was joking about using this character in the Peacemaker series. So this character, like, there is some rumor that he might appear in the Peacemaker series.
So I don't know if you saw, well, I saw a trailer of the episode 1, and there's Peacemaker is talking to the guy as his controller, I think, who's got a beard, And the
Mhm.
controller guy goes, "Why have I got a douchebag by you to look after? I'd even prefer to have Batmite."
Oh, really? Oh, see,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
see, Batmite. There we go. So Batmite spec. But this is a cool character regardless. Like I picked it up again. This is one I picked up a while ago. Even in really low grade, you're looking at a couple $100. Like
Yeah, no,
it
no,
is
no. Yeah,
a pricey
yeah.
book. It's a hard to find book, hard to get in any high grade. Like, you know, once it gets into high grade, it's thousands of dollars. You know, it's a really cool book. I'm a big fan of these really quirky, overpowered characters.
Yeah, we
So
haven't
basically
seen it.
that,
We
yeah,
haven't seen Batmite for ages, have we? In the comics, I
no.
can't.
And he's like a really interesting character. Like, you know, he's like one of those characters that is super obnoxious.
Yeah,
Like just like, and he's like a, you know, fanboy of Batman, and he's always trying to help Batman, but he makes things much, much worse. And he's like ultra powerful, like he can manipulate things and like, you know,
but he
make
is.
things appear.
I think he's a bit like Mister Millimeter.
Yeah, that's the one I was trying. I was going to say it, and I was like, I'm going to totally mess up his name. Somebody taught me how to pronounce his name, and I forgot how to pronounce it. It's like Mr. Mechlaplex or something, like, yeah, something like that. There's that. There's Gazoo from Flintstones. There's a bunch of characters kind of like Batmite. So, but I like Batmite. So, I actually was looking at buying that Mr. Blah 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 name guy, and there's a copy that I'm looking at. I'm kind of debating about buying. It's about $1,500.
Oh, okay,
It's like that's Superman number 30. So
right.
it's like
Okay,
it's
yeah,
a
right. That's an old comic. Yeah,
golden age Superman, and has a key first appearance. It's a
it's going to be
pricey book.
pricey. It's going to be pricey.
Equals pricey book.
Does equal
So,
pricey book. Yeah.
yeah, I've been trying to pick up that one though. So yeah, so those are all my Peacemaker ones. Do you have any more for
No, that's my boys ones. That's my boys ones
Okay,
done.
great. So before we wrap up, what do you think? Do you think these two shows are got potential or what?
Right. Okay. So, well, Peacemaker's already launched.
Yeah, so that's
And
well, boys are already launched too. So there.
yeah, but the third series hasn't hit yet. So, I think Peacemaker is going to appeal to people who like James Gunn, who like adolescent humor.
Yeah.
So that's most of the American population covered.
And it's me too, so that's good.
Yeah, well, it's me too. So I like James Gunn. Do you like fart jokes? If your answer's yes, you're going to like Peacemaker.
Yeah, exactly.
So you know, I think. I think it's you know, we've had the first three and the reviews are good, so I think it's going to be a success.
Yeah.
You know, it may be even we get a season 2. I don't know, but it's looking good at the moment.
Okay.
You know, so yes, I think Peacemaker is going to be hit. What about the boys? Well, if series 3 can hit the same tone as the first 2 series, it's going to be good. It's going to work again. You've got all the people who liked the first 2 series are going to watch series 3. And probably some new people as well, because it's a few years since we had series 1 and 2. So yes, I think the boys series 3 is gonna be a hit, and may even lead us to, maybe we'll get the Herogasm spin-off. I don't know.
Yeah, the spin-offs. There could be spin-offs. Yeah. So I heard some negative things about season 2. So I heard it went a little bit woke. If that's true, I'm not sure because I haven't seen it, so I can't really say on my own side. But did it have a little bit of social justice-y kind of stuff?
Well, we already had
in
the
season
characters
2.
who were black, so you know, and the characters who were female. I mean, one of the main female characters is a racist. Now, how woke that is, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's cool then.
Like a mega racist, like she's a Nazi. So,
wow.
So I'm not sure that's that woke.
Okay, so that's good then. Okay, I was a little bit afraid. I like because I hadn't watched season 2. I was like, you know, I don't know. I got sort of distracted by other things like life, work,
All
and
right.
all that.
Okay. So we've had season 2, so this isn't a spoiler. The only thing I can think they're referring to is that Queen Maeve comes out as being gay.
Okay. So probably like, people get sensitive about those kind of things. I don't really care about that personally. Like, so yeah. I mean, that to me is not a big deal.
But for
So
me,
that's cool.
it fitted with the storyline.
Mhm.
So I don't think it was done to be woke.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it just fitted the storyline.
If they do it that way, I'm totally fine with it. It's when they force in stuff, I really hate that because it sort of is jarring. It doesn't mesh with the story, I find. But if they do it in a way that makes sense, I'm totally fine with it. So yeah. So that's cool. Okay, so I'll definitely watch season 2 and season 3 when it comes out. So I really enjoyed season 1 of The Boys. It was awesome. I'm actually surprised Boys Number One is not a more expensive book.
I mean, it's pretty expensive. It's 9/8 or about $600-700. Maybe it's
Oh.
maybe.
I guess I haven't looked for a while because I picked up a high grade for like $50, $30, something
no,
like
check. It's gone.
that. Okay. So it's been a while. It's been a while since I looked at the prices of those ones.
I mean, if season 3 is a hit, I can see issue 1 going to $1,000 because it was an independent produced comic.
Yeah, it's got a really small run on it. Like
had a very small print run, so
Yeah.
those are not common comics.
Yeah, I picked up all the keys back then, way
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think I enjoyed it. So I think yes, you're right. It's probably going to do well. So that's cool. So we'll stop for now, but we're going to continue on Mark's channel. So we're going to do some more cool comics and movies and shows that are coming up in 2022 on Mark's channel. So click the link. I always do this because I have no idea where it goes. Okay, so I'm thinking, would it be here or here? I don't know. It's somewhere around there. And click both of them because one's subscribe and one is the link. So click both and then you're set. So go over to Mark's channel, check out his video. It's going to be awesome. See you there. Bye for now.
See you soon.